right. Hello, everybody. This is going to be a special video. This is going to be a bonus. I got this yesterday, and unfortunately, I'm not doing an unboxing because I had no idea what this was. I didn't realize this was out for, it had been shipped, and so I opened the box because I was like, I have no idea what I ordered. I wasn't expecting this until mid-December. So without further ado, the Myth Weaver Tarot. This is from the creator of the Cosmic Seed Tarot, Liliana. And this has blown me away. I did not back her latest Kickstarter, mostly because I knew this was on the way and they were very similar feeling to me. But once it is printed and everything, I will definitely be buying a copy because the packaging and everything in this deck has blown me away. The box is beautiful. It is so gorgeous. Liliana Simone. And here is the back. Myth is an ancient language that awakens the soul. The Myth Weaver Tarot is a bridge between worlds where collective stories become both mirror and guide. These cards hum with the voice of spirit, carrying the timeless wisdom whispered by our ancestors. It is stunning. I don't know if you can catch the holographic spot gloss, but beautiful. Okay, and here is the inside of the box. Ancient stories still breathe beneath the surface of the world. In our quiet moments, they rise, ready to awaken what's been forgotten. And this is a hardback book, and look at how thick it is. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so this is the codex for the Myth Weaver Tarot, and I'm glad I sprung for this. It is beautiful. So you have a table of contents telling about the deck, working with the deck, different spreads, and then you have the different cards. And the major arcana have been renamed. But this deck is so beautiful. So thank you to every person who has backed a campaign, purchased any of my decks, or invited my work into your world. You give me life. This is for you, Liliana Simone. And so this goes into the deck. And I opened this and looked at it, but I have not dug into this at all. I immediately wanted to do a video. I have not seen anyone receive their decks yet, so I am so excited. Here it does come in a 2-piece box, but the cards have their own like nestled little area here. But it is still a 2-piece box, and you know that drives me crazy. So still really beautiful. This is like a foam with like a velvet touch. Oh. And now I'm sure these are going to be out of order. There we go. Still just stunning packaging. Oh no, these are totally out of order now. Oh, bear with me. Divine Mother 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. Cups, 3 cups. Okay, I have one complaint, and that is the two-piece box, or the box where the deck is divided. Okay, here are the swords into the coins. Okay. We are going to zoom in. All right, so the Fool has been renamed the Boundless One for Pan. I will admit the script is a little difficult to read if you don't know who it is. So like the shaman is Merlin. And this deck draws on myths from all over the world. So it is not one pantheon or anything like that. Sybil, the Sybil, which for the High Priestess, Oracle of Delphi. I don't know how I want to do this. Okay. Divine Mother, Venus of Willendorf. Okay. And each card has a write-up that is over 2 pages. Okay. Divine Father, Brahma. Wisdom Keeper, Lao Tzu. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm very sorry. Looks like Yeshua and Mary Magdalene for the Sacred Marriage. Mulan for Warrior's Path. Ishtar for Wild Grace. Deep Watcher. Viracocha. The Great Turning, Dragon, the Dragon of Fortune. Justice is Ma'at. All right, I'm going to stop saying these. Otherwise, this is going to take forever. The Hanged One is Odin, which I love. I will say the ones that I know. How's that? The Black Mother, Kali. The Fallen, Lucifer. The Ruin, Medusa. The Rising, Phoenix. All right. So now we are into the minors. The Ace of Wands is the Torch of Prometheus, which I think is fabulous. Just absolutely wonderful. Two of Wands, Grandmother Spider. I like that the theme was carried through into the minors. There are so many myths of the world. There wasn't a reason not to do that. So I really enjoy that. Three of Wands, Sinbad the Sailor. And this deck is super gorgeous. It looks like Six of Wands is Ocean. I'm not even trying that one. 8 of Wands is a Griffin. Right? Okay, well now I'm going to look it up. Griffin. Yeah. I can speak words. I love that the goddess of wands, the queen of wands, is Pele. God of wands, Horus. Ace of cups, myth of the Holy Grail. Three of cups, the muses. Four of cups, Buddha. Seven of cups is the Chimera. The Seeker of Cups, which is the page, is the Selkie. Ace of Swords, Excalibur. Five of Swords, the Trojan horse. I love that. Six of Swords, the Thunderbird. Seven of Swords, Kitsune. Ten of Swords, Wendigo. Goddess of Swords, Hecate. So that is the deck. There are a couple of cards in here that are white. Like, I get why the white stag is white. There's another one in here. Baku, it looks like. Not quite sure why he's white, but maybe it explains it in the codex. Overall, beautiful deck. This has like a satin type finish. It slides beautifully. Oh, there's another one, but it is a swan, so it should be white. Anyway, all right. So they are on, it looks like black cardstock and black edges. This is a beautiful deck. I'm just going to put it back in order and let you look at the cards again at a faster pace. This would be an amazing deck to do a deck study on, just because the book is so substantial and the myths carry throughout the entire deck, which was a lot of work. And Liliana wrote the whole guidebook and designed all of the cards. And I am so happy with this campaign and the presentation and everything. Like I said, I'm kicking myself for not backing her other one, but I will definitely purchase it when it comes out. Design-wise, to me, they seemed very similar, but now that I see the quality of the work and how wonderful it is, I'm fine with having multiple decks that seem like the same but not. Which, I mean, how many digital collage decks do I have? I have tons, so that wasn't really a good excuse not to back it. Can you tell I have regrets? All right, so the backs are beautiful. These look like hibiscus flowers. So this deck shuffles beautifully. I'm not even going to attempt to riffle shuffle it. You all know my hands are too small. But we will shuffle it a little bit now that I spent all that time putting it back in order. It does shuffle like a dream. Someone else will have to riffle shuffle it for you. But I'm going to pick a card and we'll go through the guidebook entry. All right, the Rising, which I believe is Judgment. Nope. Oh, okay. So on the card, it's called the Rising. In the book, it's called the Awakening. So this is the Phoenix rising from the ashes. Keywords include rebirth, revelation, calling, renewal, redemption, truth, realization, and transformation. The archetype, the sacred renewal. The awakening is the call to rise anew, to shed old skins, to be reborn in clarity and purpose. It is the flame that consumes and purifies, the cycle of death and renewal made visible. This archetype reminds us that destruction is not the end, but the threshold of a new beginning. The mythological figure is the phoenix, the eternal flame of transformation. The phoenix, a magnificent bird of fire and light, is the universal symbol of resurrection, renewal, and the eternal cycle of death and rebirth. Found in myths from ancient Egypt, Greece, China, and beyond, the phoenix is said to live for centuries before building its own pyre, setting itself ablaze, and vanishing into ashes, only to rise again, radiant and transformed. This act of self-immolation is not an end, but a sacred rite of passage, a ritual of surrender, transmutation, and spiritual awakening. So as you can see, you have quite a bit of information. As the embodiment of the Judgment card, the Phoenix rises as the eternal flame of transformation, a beacon that calls to us to awaken from the shadows of the past, to embrace the fire of change, and to step into the life forged by truth, not fear. It teaches that renewal is always possible and that with every ending lies the seed of luminous becoming. And there's another page. So you have 2.5 pages. So you have the tarot meaning, the shadow meaning, and reflection questions as well. Let's see if we can get one of the minors. A minor arcana card, please. Six of Swords, which is the Thunderbird. Okay, so here we have the card. Here we have the entry. Thunderbirds, spirit guide of the skies. Transition, healing, movement, guidance, and sacred journey. The archetype, Sky Bridge. A bridge from one realm to another that guides the soul through turbulence toward greater understanding. This archetype honors transition, movement, and the sacred crossing between struggle and peace. The Sky Bridge is a quiet guide helping the seeker navigate change with grace. It is the whisper of wings in the storm, the promise of clarity after confusion, and the glimpse of light on the distant shore. The mythological figure, the Thunderbird, the spirit who clears the way for healing. In many indigenous North American traditions, the Thunderbird is a powerful sky spirit, the bringer of storms and the protector of truth. Among the Great Plains and Great Lakes nations, the Thunderbird is revered as being of immense power, often said to dwell atop high mountains or within the spirit realm, only appearing when great change is needed. Its immense wings shake the heavens, their beating creating thunder, while lightning flashes from its eyes. In the Anishinaabe, Lakota, and Ho-Chunk stories, I hope I pronounced those semi-intelligently, the Thunderbird wages war against destructive forces such as the horned serpents or the water spirits that threaten the world's balance, maintaining harmony between sky, earth, and waters. And again, we have more of the myth, the tarot meaning, the shadow meaning, and the reflection questions. So again, you have 2.5 pages. So not only do you have such a thorough write-up for the majors, but it's also in the minors as well. This book is chunky. So that has been the Mythweaver Tarot. And I am going to try and get this video out today, the day of filming, because like I said, I didn't know this was coming. I'm very excited and I haven't seen anyone else posting about it yet. So I really want to highlight this. I think it is such a beautiful deck. I am excited to dig into it, and the presentation is really beautiful. All right, everyone, thank you so much. Please like and subscribe and hit the bell if you enjoyed this video. And I will see you later this week for another unboxing of a different kind. Bye, everybody.